Hey y'all, I'm so glad you're back. I am thrilled to be doing week 4 on self-care with you. So I'm Dr. Andrea Christian Parks, and we are getting into it right now because self-care just doesn't get the attention that I think a lot of us really, really need. Sometimes I think we make it bigger than it needs to be. Sometimes I think we just don't set aside the time. But this week, we're going to get into another reason why I think we don't do it. And that one is because I feel selfish. It's this concept that taking care of ourselves means someone else doesn't get. And so we can't take care of ourselves because if we do that, then someone else will suffer. And so that makes us selfish because we chose ourselves over someone else. Now, this thought is really not helpful. We all fall into it. I have definitely been in a place where I feel like, oh, no, I can't do that for me because if I do that for me, then the kids won't or my husband won't or whatever. But think for just a second. And I want to hear in the comments, what have you decided you can't do because that makes you selfish? Or what have you given up because, no, that would be selfish to do? And I want you to think about it just because as I talk through this concept of being selfish, I want you to reconsider what that really means. Because it may not be at all selfish to take care of you. Here's the thing, and hear me clearly on this one. Men do not think this way. I truly believe that this concept of, oh, it's selfish to take care of me is a female phenomenon. Women do this to themselves. How many times have you seen a man say, well, I can't do this or hang out with them or do that or go here or, take care of something I think I need to take care of because it's selfish. They just don't. They don't think that way. Now, remember, a lot of them are taking care of themselves and you're taking care of them too. So what about taking care of yourself is selfish? It's kind of your job, actually. I mean, really, who is supposed to take care of you? If not you. I mean, it's not that anybody else can't help or give you or take care of something you need, or that's fine. You absolutely accept all the help you can get. But why shouldn't you take care of yourself? I mean, that's like you're a grown up and you raise your kids to become independent and take care of themselves. So why wouldn't you take care of you? It's just something to think about. I think the most important reason why we don't think we should take care of ourselves as women is because we forget our value. We forget that we have value to ourselves. We have value here on earth. We have something to offer, and we have value to the people in our lives. So when we don't take care of ourselves, when we don't invest in ourselves, there's less of us to go around. It makes us small. It makes us less able to give because there's not as much to give. So the investment in ourselves, I think you really got to take a minute and think for a second, because if you put into the tank, it's like you would never drive a car on fumes because you're going to get stuck somewhere. The car's going to break down. The car's not going to start or whatever. You got to put gas in the tank. So you don't expect a machine to just function without any fuel. Why would you expect this extremely intricate machine of yourself, your body, your mind, your soul, way more complicated than a car, to run with nothing, no fuel in the tank? It doesn't make sense. So we got to think about self-care as an investment in ourselves. If that's getting enough sleep, if that's having some fun in our lives, recreation. You know, you might say, I'm setting aside Friday night. I'm watching chick flick. I want to watch an action movie. I want to spend the night in the bathtub getting pruny with candles burning around. Whatever, girl, do you. But what I'm saying is don't cut yourself out of care because you don't think it's important. When you have something to give, your expansiveness allows you to serve even more broadly. If it's creating something, if it's being patient with your children, whatever the fruit of that fuel is, you get to reinvest it and give it away. You'll have so much more. So don't forget your value and to invest in it. It can be, like I said, recreational things. It can be creative things. It can be getting help. You might say, you know what, in order for me to have the time I need to invest in that delivery service for the groceries. That stuff needs to just come to the house. I can't be spending all that time in the grocery store. Or, you know, instead of trying to do the taxes myself, I need to hire an accountant because for this much money, they can take all those hours off my plate. Or I need a coach because I cannot get my brain to flip out of the old way of thinking. I recognize it, I see it, but I just don't know how to change it. Hire a coach. I feel like having a coach is the ultimate in self-care because it takes care of your mind, which takes care of everything else. So obviously, as a coach, I'm a fan of coaching, but I do think that for a lot of us, having a coach to help us sort out our lives, our relationships, our bodies, everything is a gift we can give ourselves. Okay, off the soapbox. Until next week, don't forget, I'm here. Comment below. Tell me about some of the things that you're thinking about investing in yourself. I want to hear about it. And go ahead and subscribe and hit your notifications so you don't miss not one episode. I will see you again in a week, and we're going to wrap this self-care discussion up because we got to figure out what happens when we don't invest in self-care. All right. Love you until next week. Bye.